Peace. What's going on, everybody? Give everybody a chance to tune on in before I start building on the subject matter for the day, man. Hopefully this Saturday treating y'all good thus far, man. Y'all taking it easy, maintaining the peace, staying centered, staying balanced, staying healthy, productive, efficient, all that good stuff, man. So give everybody a chance to tap on in before I start building, man. We got some important things to discuss. Got some important things to discuss on this wonderful Saturday, man. So hopefully y'all got time to chop it up with the kid today, man. Give everybody a second to tap on in, man. It's one of those spontaneous joints right here. Just had something on the mind. Justin, peace. What's going on with you? Something on the mind, man, and I gotta share it, man. So I gotta just let y'all know a little something today, man, about the cult-like mentality that we tend to possess. Magic, peace. What's going on with you? What's the word? How y'all living? How y'all holding up, man? But that cult-like mentality, man, it is destroying us. It will be the death of us. Yourself, peace. What's going on? Kind of cloudy on my end, but it's still all good. Those cloudy days are necessary. Justin, there you go. Get that sunlight, man. You know, charge up that melanin. Activate that vitamin D, all that good stuff. But we're gonna talk about that cult-like mentality, man. We're gonna dive in on it, man. I'm sick of that mentality. I'm sick of that mentality. People don't know how to think for themselves out here, man. People always feel like they gotta choose a side. We always feeling like we gotta choose sides, and we act like we can't look at both sides objectively. If somebody's saying something that we agree with, then we feel like we just gotta jump ship and choose that side. We act like we can't look at two sides and say, I see pros and cons on this end, I see pros and cons on that side. We act like we can't do that. We act like we can't rock with two different sides. Like, we got to stop that, man. Natalie, peace. What's going on with you, Queen? Magic Realms, get them push-ups in. Add some resistance to the push-ups, man. Put a weight or something on your back. Javon, peace. What's going on? But we got to stop acting like we have to choose sides out here, man. We always looking for somebody to lead us, man, instead of leading ourselves, man. And that's what creates that cult-like mentality, man, that herd-like mentality. Always looking for a leader, man. Always looking for somebody to look up to. Always looking for somebody to start something. Like, nah, man, start it on your own, man. It starts with self. But we always looking for somebody else to get everything started for us. That's why we be gravitating towards people on certain platforms when they saying certain things, man. And we act like we got to choose a side. So anybody that person don't like, we can't like them. Nah, man, that don't even make any sense, man. You got to learn to think for yourself. Just because somebody else doesn't like a person doesn't mean everything that they are saying about that person is true. You got to do the knowledge, man. You got to research both sides, man. Stop taking things on face value. Andronicus, peace. What's going on? J Rocker, peace. What's going on? What's happening? Like, this mentality is trash, man. And it's going to be the death of us, man. Mentality is trash. And it's going to be the death of us, man. Way too many followers out here, man. I understand that we got to have the followers, man. But at some point, man, we got to stop being so gullible. It's too easy for a lot of us to jump ship. It's too easy for a lot of us to follow somebody that just came out of nowhere. Like, it's just too easy for us to do that, man. Too easy. Too easy. Too easy. That cult-like mentality is trash, man. I'm glad I'm not built from that type of fabric, man. I'm glad that I'm able to say, hey, I rock with what somebody is saying, but I also don't rock with some of the stuff that they saying. You know, I dealt with that when I was studying like the Nation of Islam, man. And that's one of the reasons why I didn't involve myself with the Nation of Islam, because I looked at it. I started studying Elijah Muhammad. I'm like, man, Elijah Muhammad got a lot of stuff that I rock with. But then there's also some things that I don't rock with that he's saying. Same with Farrakhan. I'm able to look at things objectively. I'm not one of the ones that say, well, I cannot stand this person because of X, Y, and Z. No, I'm not going to do that. It's the same with Umar. People just write off Umar. Umar may have said certain things that they don't like, but then he's also said certain things that are true. Just because you don't like the personality of a person doesn't take away from the fact that some of the things that they may be saying are true. And just because you like a person and what they stand for and their personality doesn't mean everything that they are saying is true, and doesn't mean that they can't be out here spitting lies. Like we gotta be able to understand that, man. We gotta be able to understand that, and a lot of people do not understand that. Nick, peace, what's going on? A lot of people do not understand that, man. I'm able to analyze people, and I'm able to say, all right, they got certain things that I agree with, and then they got certain points where I don't agree with, and I keep it moving just like that. I don't have to be like, all right, I agree with this part of them, so therefore they can do no wrong. And that was my problem with the Nation of Islam, man. I rock, like I said, I rock with some of what Farrakhan says. I rock with what Elijah Muhammad was talking about, but I don't agree with everything. And you have people within the NOI that they act like Farrakhan can say no wrong. They act like Elijah Muhammad could do and say no wrong. I'm not with that, man. I can't rock with it like that, man. I don't see anything like that. I don't see anybody like that. Everybody is subject to error, man. Everybody gonna have pros and cons about them. So if you act like I can't say anything wrong about somebody within a particular group, that group is not for me. That group is not for me. I don't hold anybody to that type of I don't do that. I don't put anybody on that type of pedestal at all. Not happening. If you act like I can't criticize the person that's at the top, then it's not for me. It's not for me. If I say something that Farrakhan said was wrong and it's actually wrong, then nah. Like that's what it is. But if you acting like the dude can't say no wrong, man, then I can't rock with it, man. Can't rock with it. Can't rock with it. Same when it comes to the religions, man. If I can't criticize the pastor, if I can't tell the pastor that, hey, what you saying might be incorrect without you coming for my throat, coming for my head, that's not for me. I'm not rocking with anything like that, man. I'm not rocking with anything like that, man. That's following something blindly. And a lot of times that is what we do. That is what we do. And that's how it's so easy. That's why it's so easy to get us, man. That's why these politicians get us. Every 4 years, what vote are they trying to get? The black vote. What's one of the best ways to get the black vote? Tell us a bunch of lies, man. Tell us a bunch of lies. Make all these type of promises to us. That's the easiest way to get us, man. All you gotta do is just look at how we gravitate toward a lot of these religions, man. Bunch of lies, man. Tell us a bunch of lies. That's the way to get black folks, man. And that's what the politicians do. Easy. Easy. That's why they always appearing to try to get the black vote, man. Kimi, peace, God. What's going on with you? What's going on with you? That's exactly why every 4 years they striving to get the so-called black vote, man, because it's so easy to get us, man. We so gullible. We so naive. Tell us a bunch of lies. Tell us stuff that sound good. And there we go. You got us. We hooked now. We hooked. We don't have any problem following things blindly for the most part. And that's why they sell us a bunch of lies. That's why they throw a bunch of lies our ways, a bunch of fabrications and all of that good stuff. That's why they do that. That's why they do that. That's why they do that, man. Just look at the stuff we gravitate towards, man. Look how easily we gravitate towards it. And then look how we defend it. Look how we defend it, man. Look how we defend these religions, man. Just look how we defend them, man. Just look how we defend them. We gonna go to war for something that we following blindly. That's what we gonna do. That's what we gonna do. We gotta stop doing it, man. We gotta stop doing it. We gotta stop doing it, man. You gotta be able to you gotta be able to, again, compare and contrast, weigh the pros and the cons, then make a decision, man. But don't follow something blindly. Don't follow something because, hey, my parents rock with it. My grandparents rock with it. My cousin rock with it, man. That is not a good reason. Oh, they say something that resonates with me, therefore it must be true. Doesn't mean that, man. We got to start analyzing things on a deeper level. We got to look beyond the surface, man. And we not doing that. We never really do that. Those of us that do that, that's what they tell us. We looking at it too deeply. We overthinking. We overthinking and all that good stuff, man. That's what they tend to tell us, man. But again, like I always say, y'all not looking at it deeply enough. Things are always deeper than the surface, man. Things are always deeper than the surface. There's always more to it than what you actually see. It's always, man, always. And that's just an actual fact, man. And you got to start looking at things in that type of realm, in that type of light, man. Just like if you ask somebody how they feeling and they simply tell you good, you already know. You already know. You already know that it's more to that feeling than them just saying good. You already know it. You already know it. So it's always deeper than the surface, especially when you're dealing with people, man. It's always deeper than the surface. But we out here always feeling like we gotta choose sides, man. I either gotta like A or I either gotta like B. It's never okay. I can fool with some of A and I can fool with some of B, and I disagree with some of A and I disagree with some of B. I'm gonna stay in the middle. I'm gonna stay in the middle. We rarely operate like that, man. We rarely operate like that. Rarely. We be too caught up in the emotions. Again, it's all about balance. I'm not necessarily saying emotions are something that's negative, but we are to the extreme when it comes to the emotions. The emotions drive us, and they know that, man. They know that. That's why they use a lot of marketing tactics that they use on us. That's why, again, religion has the hold that it has on us, man, because we are overly emotional. It's extreme. We disregard reason and we disregard logic for the most part, and we deal strictly with the emotional aspect. We deal strictly with the right brain, man. Left brain ain't activated. We deal strictly with the right brain, man. That's what we doing. And I don't even mean to split the brains like that, man. But those of you who know about the right brain, left brain, y'all know what I'm talking about. But we tend to deal with that emotional side, man, the feelings and all that type of stuff, man. We disregard logic. We disregard reason. We disregard facts. You know, we disregard proof, evidence. We disregard all of that type of stuff, man. We disregard it. William, peace. What's going on? D Horton, peace. What's going on, man? You say I wanted to ask, what are your views on the Bible? I've spoken on that a few times. My views on the Bible is real simple. I look at the Bible like I look at any book, but the Bible is not one of the books that I take as something that's literal. The Bible to me, a book filled with parables, allegories, and things of that nature. And it's stories, a lot of stories within the Bible. And like any book that's fictional to me, any book that's fictional, you read the book to extract messages from the stories, from the parables, from the allegories. That's how I look at the Bible. The Bible has a lot of parables, a lot of allegories that if you look at them and if you really decipher them, they got deep messages behind them. And those messages, you can utilize those messages, man, to improve your life. But when you look at the book as something that literally happened, then that's when you lose me. I do not look at the Bible as something that literally happened. That's how I choose to interpret it. It's a book filled with parables and allegories, man. And those parables and those allegories are meant to convey certain messages, man. And you got to read those books. You got to read those messages, those stories, those parables, and you got to decipher the message. Once you decipher the message, you apply that message to self and you utilize that to improve your life. That's how I look at any and every book for the most part. So the Bible is not a book that I say thou shalt not read and things of that nature. As long as you looking at it in that light that, hey, this is not something to be taken literally. Even some people that are religious, that are honest, they will tell you that. They will tell you that. Same thing with the Quran for me. Like all of those books, man. I'm looking for the message. I'm not looking at it like, all right, this literally happened. It's a lot of reasons why I would say a lot of that stuff didn't literally happen. I'm gonna give some little examples that I always give. Let's just go to Moses parting the Red Sea. Like, come on, man. We know that that's something that did not actually happen. Somebody didn't just actually part a Red Sea. Somebody didn't actually walk on water. Like, that is symbolic. That's like a metaphor. But it's people that literally think these things happen. I can't be that person because literally I know that that's not something that happened. Literally, I know that somebody did not walk on water. I know that that's a metaphor. Come on, man. I was a rapper, man. I was a poet. So like, that's poetic to me. That's poetic. Even when you look at Psalms, man, that's poetry. Poetry. And y'all know they got the breakdown of William Shakespeare having a role in the Bible too, but that's a whole nother conspiracy right there. We ain't even gonna get on that. We ain't even gonna get on that, man. But to me, it's a lot of poetry in the Bible, man. And y'all know how it is to be an artist, to be a poet. It's like you say one thing, man, but it can mean a totally different thing, you know? So you got to just decipher the message. Adrian, man, appreciate that donation. Appreciate that donation, my brother. So that's how I pretty much That's how I pretty much interpret that. Interpret the Bible, interpret the Quran, any of those books for the most part, man. Those books are valuable if you read it in that light. If you read those books and say, man, I'm about to extract the messages from these stories, then I feel like those books are helpful. And yeah, Magic, man, if you give me a second, I can actually go through the breakdown of William Shakespeare in the Bible. I can actually give you that, man. Give me 1 second and I could go through. And this is like it's just funny, man. It's funny, man. I think I'm gonna try to find it though. It's just like this was like a conspiracy though, man. But it was just funny. It was funny when I came across it. It's funny when I came across it, man. It's funny. And y'all can just check this out though. It's very interesting though. And I think it's in Psalms, man. That's the reason why I brought up Psalms. But I'm gonna go ahead and pull it up here. So let me go ahead and pull it up here, man. Let me go ahead and pull it up. This one article. But they say some believe that Psalm 46 may have been translated by Shakespeare. The King James Version of the Bible was printed in 1611 when Shakespeare was 46 years old. It is a faint possibility, but no one knows for sure. Then say notes that the 46th word from the top of the 46th Psalm is shake, and the 46th word from the bottom is spear. So that you put that together, you got Shakespeare. And it's like, I don't believe in coincidences, man. So y'all can fact check that, man. So like the 46th, the 46th word from the top of the 46th Psalm is shake, and the 46th word from the bottom is spear. Put that together, Shakespeare, man. That's poetry. That's poetry. So I would not be shocked if he was responsible for that, because that's poetry. That's poetic. That's something that a poet will do. But if you got time to check out Psalms, man, go do the knowledge to Psalm 46, and you can see that correlation. You can see exactly what I just said. And shout out to K Reno for that, man. K Reno got a song called Surface Dwellers. And that is where I got that from, man. Way back in the day, I heard that song, then I looked it up, and I'm like, that's crazy. So check out that K Reno song, Surface Dwellers, man. He dropped a lot of jewels on that particular song. I would play the song, but y'all know how I go. Y'all know how YouTube would do you. You play the song, man. But that song dropped a lot of jewels, man. It dropped a lot of jewels. Miss Donnie, peace. What's going on? Lachelle, peace, queen. What's happening? What you say, Miss Donnie? You say it's hard for me to pull back from the Bible because I was fed that from knee high, but I do take information and knowledge from all things. And hey, Ms. Don, I was the same way. That's all I had ever known, being a Baptist. That's literally all I had ever known. That's literally all I have ever known was being a Baptist, man. That is they literally, my nickname almost out the womb was preacher. My grandfather still calls me that. Dude literally nicknamed me the preacher. That was my nickname as a youngin. So I was I was always in that type of environment, man, to the point where I got the nickname to be a preacher, knowing good and well that's not how I'm about to turn out. But that was my nickname, man. My nickname was the preacher because I was always in that type of environment. So I know exactly what you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about, man. That was my entire upbringing. So I already know. Terenzo, peace. What's going on with you, my brother? Oh man, hey, Magic, man, it's real in the field, man, and y'all already know my history with the Bible, man. Just going to private schools, man, having to take courses, Old Testament, New Testament, all type of theology courses, man. So it's real in the field, man. Some things that you will uncover and unravel when studying them joints. Orange State, peace. What's going on with you? But with that being said, man, it goes back to that cult-like mentality, man. If you are following something or someone that limits or tries to like limit or restrict your search for information or for knowledge, then you need not be following that, man. You need not be following that, man. That's why I live the way that I live, man, because I can't follow something that says, well, if you read anything outside of this, then you tripping. That's negative. That's toxic. That's evil. I can't rock with anything like that, man. I got to study any and everything. And I don't care how you view it. I don't care how you view it. I don't care how you view it, man. I'm not about to allow something or someone to tell me what I can and cannot study and research, read. I'm not about to do it, man. Not about to do it, man. And I didn't been part, like I didn't been a part of them, but I didn't talk to people, and just express things to certain people in certain groups about things that I'm reading. And they was like, man, they can't read things like that, or they had never read something like that because of what they were following. And it's like, dude, you missing out on a lot, man. You missing out on a lot in life when you follow something that tells you can't research and study things outside of that realm of reality. Like I said, man, the university, like that's that's my institution, man. That's my college. That's my school, the universe, man. So I'm studying everything that's a part of this universe. If it's a part of this universe, I had a right to study it. So I have the right to study everything. I don't care what it is. That leads to me gaining an understanding of it. And the understanding is everything, man. You need that understanding, man. You need that understanding, man. So we criticize a lot of things simply because we don't understand them. And I done had that conversation with a lot of people from different backgrounds. It's like you criticizing this background and you literally do not understand this background in which you are criticizing. Because if you did understand it, you would not have the perspective that you have towards them. That will eliminate the judgment, which, according to most of what people believe, they should not be judging anyway. But we already know it's almost inevitable for us to judge. So I'm not one of the ones that act like I don't judge, man. It's just natural, normal for you to do it. You're going to judge people. You're going to judge environments. You know what I'm saying? You're going to judge everything. And sometimes that judgment can save your life. Sometimes that judgment can save your life. You may be about to enter a place and you look at it like, you know what? That place ain't looking too cool, man. So I'm just, you know what? I ain't even going to rock with it today. Lo and behold, something ended up popping off because you made a solid judgment. So again, judgment is one of those things that's not necessarily positive and negative. But if you like religious and things of that nature, they done told you that thou shalt not judge. So to you, judgment is bad. But to me, judgment is something that's neutral. Judgment can save your life. Judgment can save your life. And we ain't gonna talk. We don't talk about that a lot of times, man. Even judging people. I done been there, done that. I done been there, done that, man. I done analyzed the ways and actions of a person, and you say, and I look at it and say, you know what? I'm not gonna deal with said person. Then later down the line, you find out that judgment was correct. That prevented you from making that bad decision of rocking with that person. So again, man, I'm not one of those ones that say I don't judge people. Nah, sometimes judging is necessary. Sometimes judging is necessary. Now, I'm not saying you're gonna get it right all the time. You ain't gonna get it right all the time, man. You're gonna probably misjudge a few times. But sometimes judgment is necessary and judgment can be beneficial. So I'm not one of the ones that act like judging is all the way evil. Nah, it's not. Even if you got children, man, you listen, it's a certain group of people that you're not gonna want your children to hang around. So that's judgment in and of itself. You're gonna look at that group of people, that little group of kids, and you're gonna see how they act, and you're gonna be like, you know what, man, nah, you don't need to be hanging around them. I don't want you hanging around such and such and such and such. Whole while those people that you don't want to hang around can be decent people or decent kids. But just based off of what you're seeing, you like, nah, I don't want you hanging around them. So, man, listen, judging, it can be cool. Judging can be beneficial. Judging can be positive. Sharif, man, judging didn't save my life, to save me all type of time and energy. If you about to enter a relationship, you better judge. You better judge. You better reach a verdict. Matter of fact, you have to judge. You have to judge. Underdrifter. I tell people that all the time. I tell people if they follow the Old Testament, because you got the 7-day Adventists, a lot of them follow the Old Testament, and that's one of the healthiest populations in North America. The 7-day Adventists that follow the teachings of the Old Testament from a nutritional standpoint. So I tell people that all the time. I say, man, I live more according to the Bible than some of them, especially the Old Testament. The Old Testament, basically, if you study the Old Testament, it's basically telling you to eat a lot of raw foods and basically be a vegetarian. They even you got some people when you study the Essene Gospels and they talk about Jesus being a vegetarian and things like that. I can't prove that, can't even prove his existence and whatnot. But that's a lot of people believe that, you know. So yeah, nah. But then the New Testament is where you come into problems. And I learned that just by taking them classes. The New Testament is when everything that was deemed unclean all of a sudden was deemed as clean. So that's where the conflict comes into play for a lot of people. But if you follow the Old Testament from a dietary standpoint, man, that can save your life, man. The rules and regulations in that Old Testament are on point in regards to the nutrition. And that, a lot of people don't understand that. When a lot of people say, oh, you don't eat pork, you must be a Muslim. No, people don't understand that actually came from the Bible first. People straight don't know that. I remember I got that Jew back in the day. The not eating pork came from the Bible first. So when somebody say I don't eat pork, instead of asking them, are they a Muslim, you should be asking them, are they a Christian or a Baptist? That came out of the Bible first. So people don't be knowing and understanding that. Consul Peace, what's going on with you? Lachelle, most definitely. The world is my classroom. I'm studying any and everything that's a part of this world. Nothing is off limits. I don't care what it is. So if you're afraid of something that I'm studying, I feel sorry for you, because I'm gonna study everything, especially if it's something that everybody's afraid of. Man, I didn't study it all. Man, if people start talking about it, if people had a fear of it, I studied it. I didn't study voodoo. I didn't study all that. I studied voodoo. When people was talking all bad about Satanism, I studied that. I started looking into that, not to practice it, but to gain an understanding of it. Like, man, what is everybody afraid of? Then when I started to study the stuff, I'm like, this is what y'all was afraid of. Y'all must don't understand what it actually is. So I started studying all of that, man. If everybody was afraid of it, if I expressed it to somebody and they was like, I don't deal with that, I said, let me study it. Let me study it, because it's probably not as bad as you think. It's probably not as wicked as you think. You just see a word, and now all of a sudden you associate it with bad or evil or wickedness. Don't have any understanding of it. And I'd have been there, done that. D Horde, you say, can I drop a video on supreme mathematics and alphabets? No doubt, definitely could do that. I could do that in my sleep. Static saying, peace. What's going on with you? Hey, studier of life. That's what we do. Student of life. However you want to phrase it. Yeah, Kansu, voodoo ain't bad at all. Once I started doing it, I said, oh, okay. I said, oh, okay, this what y'all's afraid of? This is what y'all afraid of. This ain't nothing bad about this, man. Ain't nothing even spooky about it. Nothing even spooky about it. Montel, peace. D Horn, you say Pastor love to say the New Testament said exactly. And that's correct. And that's what I already be doing the arguments. So when I start talking about the Old Testament, I already know what they're going to hit me with. So I beat them to it. I say, I already know what the New Testament says. But I tell them, I said, that should say a lot about what you worshiping, because that makes no sense. That's a contradiction. How I'm going to tell you one thing, how I'm going to tell you something is unclean, then turn around and be like, it's clean all of a sudden. That's a contradiction. That's a contradiction. That doesn't make any sense. So I point out that contradiction all the time. All the time. Like, don't play with me. That don't make any sense, man. If I'm telling you something is unclean, if I'm telling you that this way of life is the way to live, the next thing you know, I'm telling you the complete opposite. Come on, man. Are you gonna trust the person that tell you that? Are you gonna trust the person that, all right, I just told you to go vegan, I've been telling you to go vegan this whole time, then next thing you know, I'm like, nope, you need to eat meat? Man, you're not about to trust that said person. Come on, man. And I give you all this science, I give you all this evidence of why you should be vegan and plant-based, and the next thing you know, whole while I'm telling you everything that I just told you was a lie. Why would you believe me? I pushed a whole way of life on you, gave you all evidence, then 40 years later, I come out and tell you everything I taught you was a lie. Man, you ain't about to rock with me. And then I'm finna tell you about a whole nother way of life, whole new way of life. Come on, man. Come on now. Come on now. Dominique, I'm telling, man, I tell people that all the time. Man, I think I follow the Bible. I think I follow the Quran. I think I follow all of these religions more than the people that's in the religions. And don't get me started on why I think that, man, just from the way that I eat, from the way that I speak, just from the way that I conduct myself. I feel like I'm more in tune with these religions than the people that's actually a part of the religions. And I'm not religious, but I feel like I'm more in tune with them because I feel like I practice more of the things that's in, within the religions. Maze, what you say? You say, what do you think about someone being called a chosen one? Chosen for what is? See, I don't subscribe to any of that. Yeah, I don't subscribe to any of that. I don't subscribe to anybody being a chosen one, because at the end of the day, we choose ourselves, man. You need to be you need to choose yourself, you know? So I don't really care about anybody else referring to somebody else as a chosen one. I don't got time for that, because even if you refer to somebody as a chosen one, if they don't feel like they chosen, then it's doing nothing, you know? So you got to choose yourself at the end of the day. So we can refer to somebody as a chosen one all day long, but if they never refer to themselves as a chosen one, if they don't believe that they are the chosen one, then what is that going to do? And then a lot of people use those type of labels to mislead people. So a lot of people call themselves a messenger or a prophet to simply manipulate people. So I don't subscribe to any of that. I chose myself. I choose myself. So I'm the chosen one because I've chosen myself. I'm not the chosen one because somebody else done told me I'm chosen. Nah, if I'm the chosen one, it's because I chose myself. I chose myself to carry out whatever I feel like my purpose is. So I'm chosen in that regards because I choose myself. So that's the only way that I would subscribe to somebody being called a chosen one. Other than that, I don't rock with any of that, because chosen for what? Most of the time when people say a chosen, when they talking about it in a religious context, and I don't deal with that. So I ain't going to fool with nothing like that. Unless you're talking about choosing yourself to carry out a mission, fulfill a purpose. I don't have any parts of it. And that's just my honest opinion on that matter. Dominique, man, listen, brother. I've had people to my face, bro. I had people to my face. Literally, I had people to my face tell me that they believe that everybody that does not subscribe to the Bible will burn for eternity. And I brought up this same conversation. I was like, so what about a true practitioner of Buddhism? I said, when you study the Buddhist philosophy and you actually find somebody that practices Buddhism, like I'm not talking about the fake Buddhists. I'm not like you got the fake Christians and the fake Baptists and the fake Catholics and the fake Muslims. I'm talking about somebody that actually adheres to and follows the principles of Buddhism. I said, man, that's one of the most peaceful cultures known to man. So I said, a person like that, a person that's practicing Buddhism to a T, they gonna burn for eternity simply because they don't subscribe to your religion. You really believe that? And they told me yes. I said, wow, this world is crazy. I said, for the most part, a lot of these people are Buddhists because of their upbringing. I said, if you was brought up on another side of town, if you was brought up on the eastern side, chances are you would gravitate towards Buddhism. I mean, you will gravitate towards something of the Eastern realm. You was brought up in the Western world where we gravitate towards Christianity, baptism, Catholicism. So if you was born on another side of the world, then you would probably gravitate towards something else. How is that your fault? How is it somebody else's fault because where they was brought up at, most of the population are Muslims. So therefore, by default, if 80% of the people around me are Muslims, then I have a higher chance of becoming a Muslim. So I gotta suffer because of where I was born? Like, that don't even make any sense. That doesn't make any sense. If I'm born somewhere and 90 or 85 to 90% of the people practice Buddhism, then more than likely I'm gonna grow up and I'm gonna gravitate towards Buddhism. But I gotta burn for eternity because of that. Like, that's not my fault. So that doesn't make any sense to tell somebody or believe that people gonna burn for eternity because they don't subscribe to something that you subscribe to. When a lot of this stuff, man, has something to do with where you were born, like the region in which you were born in. Like, come on, man. Like, that don't make any type of sense. But I've had people tell me that to my face. Man. They literally believe that you're gonna burn for eternity because you don't subscribe to what's in this particular Bible. As if it's your fault that you was born and raised on a certain side of town, in a certain region. Like, we gotta, come on, man. Like, we gotta, see, that's where I say logic. See, we don't deal with logic. We deal strictly with emotions. It's extreme. So again, emotions have their role, but we deal strictly with emotions. We don't bring no logic, no reason. Because for somebody to make a statement like that, you are totally eliminating logic. You are totally remaining blind to logic and reason. And you should not do that. Should never do that. Oh, Justin, no doubt that could be the case. I mean, when you really start breaking things down, man, I mean, for the most part, most of us are destined just by definition to burn for eternity. Thunder, peace, what's going on? Kuma, man, you got some honest churches out here. You got some honest churches, but you also got a lot of wicked ones, man. You got a lot of wicked ones. And they knew that, man. Back in the day, people don't understand the deal that a lot of these pastors cut with the white folks back in the day. That they was literally utilizing churches as a tool, man, to pacify black folks, man, and to keep black folks under control. People don't be understanding the deal that they cut with them back then, and they continue to cut with them now. You don't understand that, man. We ain't gonna talk about that, man. The way that they use that as a weapon on us, man. The way that they use that as a weapon, man. We're gonna allow you to have this church, but this is what you got to teach the congregation. This is what you got to instruct the congregation to do when things pop off. This is what you got to tell your congregation, man. They literally utilize the church as a tool to pacify us, man, to keep us passive. And people don't be wanting to talk about that, man. People want to act like that's not a reality. And again, it stems from that cult-like mentality, man. They know all they got to do is feed us a bunch of lies, a bunch of stuff that sound good. We're going to flock towards it because we like that feel-good information. We like that type of stuff, man. We gravitate towards that. And they got us, man. They preyed on that, man, and they got us. They hooked us, man. We follow a lot of things blindly, man. And when we follow something, man, it's like it's all or nothing. Is all or nothing. Anything against what it is that I'm following, anything against who it is that I'm following, I don't fool with it. They must be evil. They must be bad. William, you already know. The high school I went to, the mascot was the Crusader. So I got a lot of knowledge on the Crusades. A lot of knowledge. That was literally my high school, Crusader. So, I got a lot of knowledge on the Crusades, man. You was a heathen if you didn't subscribe to these religions. And people don't even understand the Christians and the Catholics was out here killing one another, man. But it's crazy. People don't understand the amount of people that died under these religions, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. We gotta stop doing that, man. We gotta be more objective out here, man. We gotta be more objective. I'm not telling you to totally deal with logic and facts. I mean, because again, emotions, man, they play a role. But man, y'all gotta understand balance. What like all it takes, man, like the herd-like mentality and the cult-like mentality, man, rears its head, even on social media, man. Even on social media. I literally see people, man, that they'll find somebody on social media and everything that person says, man, they rock with it. They rock with it. So anybody that disagrees with the person, must be a hater. Like, man, you can't have an opinion on something. It's almost like you can't have an opinion without being called a hater. You disagree with what somebody, you a hater. You a hater because they got this amount of subscribers. They did this. You a hater. That's because you disagree with something they said. Makes you a hater all of a sudden. Even when it comes to nutrition, even when it comes to like dieting, man, I got people. You don't follow the Dr. Sebi diet, you ain't eating right. What? Like, nah, Dr. Sebi got some stuff that I fool with, but then he also got some stuff that I don't too much care for. But you got the people that it's either I follow Dr. Sebi or nothing. Dude, just learn how to just do the knowledge to nutrition, man. You don't got to find a diet or a lifestyle and just cling to it, man. Do the knowledge to everything, man. I'm about to study nutrition. I'm not about to just say, all right, who got a regimen that I can follow? And I'm going to just follow it to a T. Everything they say is right. Everything Dr. Sebi say about dieting and nutrition is right. No, it's not. No, Dr. Sebi's lifestyle is cool for some people, but then it can be destructive for some people. Man, you got to know your body. You got to know your body, man. There is no universal diet. So stop acting like somebody that made a universal diet. That is not true. That's destructive. That's harmful. That can kill you. That can literally kill you. So that's what we do, man. That all the time running to these people ask me, hey, do you follow that Dr. Sebi diet? Do you do the alkaline diet? No, I don't do no diet. I do what's best for me based off of my research. So I don't follow a diet. I gather information and I experiment and I make decisions based off of the results I get via experimentation based on my research. That's how that's supposed to go. That's how that is supposed to go. That's how that is supposed to be. But we don't do that. We just do not do that. We do not do that. Somebody say one thing we disagree with, we don't like. That person trash. Now I can't rock with such and such, man. They said this one thing I don't like. So he's stupid. You finna disregard all the facts that they spitting out because that person has said one thing you don't like. He has one view that you're not too fond of. He may have 2 or 3 views that you're not too fond of. Now you finna disregard any fact that will come out of this man's or that woman's mouth. Like, tell me how that makes sense. Please explain to me how that makes sense. I'm glad I'm not designed like that because I will never do that. I will never do that, man. I will never act like one person has every answer for me. Does not make any sense. I'm not going to ever act like one way of life has every answer for me. That is impossible. To think that is impossible, man. Come on, man. Stop limiting yourself. What they say, knowledge is infinite. So stop limiting your knowledge, man, because knowledge is infinite. You placing a limitation on what you can learn out here? That is, who does that? Who does that? Don't place a limit on knowledge, man. Don't place a limit on something that's infinite. That's ignorant, man. That's ignorant. And we wonder why we fall for any and everything. We wonder why our condition does not change. We wonder why these things happen. We wonder why these things happen. We got to stop that, man. We legit have to stop that. We legit have to stop that, man. Y'all see all these books behind? You see all these books behind me? This may be like a third of all the books I possess. I didn't literally have people of the religious persuasion criticize me for reading a lot of books. I literally, man, oh man, you doing too much read, man. That's gonna turn you against. It's gonna turn you against God. That's gonna turn you against God. Like, people have literally told me that. People have literally told me that, and that stems from a fear. They like, man, if you keep reading enough, you're gonna find the truth. That's how I'm interpreting it, man. Because why you feel like, listen, if you feel like a way of life, or if you feel like a certain belief is the truth, then why are you concerned about me and these books turning me away from it? Like, if that's how you feel, then I feel sorry for you. If that's how you feel, then I feel sorry for you. But I've literally had people tell me that, man, on books, they're gonna turn you against God, man. You gotta watch what you read. You gotta watch what you read. You gotta watch the, like, all right, cool. But when you say something like that, I feel like you are insulting my intelligence, because obviously I'm not about to just accept everything it is that I'm reading. I'm not about to just read a book and say everything in this book is right and exact. No, that's not the purpose of why I'm reading. So for you to say something like that to a person, you insulting that person's intelligence. See, I'm not like y'all. I'm not about to read everything from this religious background and accept it as true. See, if I'm not reading a book to accept everything within that book as true. I'm reading that book to say, all right, man, they said this, so I'm about to study what they saying because I'm trying to disprove it. I'm trying to disprove it. This book talking about, I got a book right here, y'all see it say Becoming Raw. It's talking about the raw food lifestyle. It's like, all right, I'm about to read that book. Then I got some of the books that they recommended in the back. And then I'm gonna also read about people that say you shouldn't follow the raw food diet. See, that's what I'm gonna do. I ain't reading this book to say, all right, this is why you should be a raw foodist. And I read one book on it, therefore everything in this book is accurate because it confirms something that I may have believed. Yeah, I may believe that going raw is what's best for people. I may believe it. And a lot of times we search for that information that confirms what it is that we already believe. What is it? The confirmation bias. And we do things like that. But see, that ain't how I operate. That ain't how I operate. That's not how I operate. Jay, appreciate that. Appreciate that sticker, man. Appreciate it. Thunder, appreciate that donation. Yeah, Thunder, and that's what I'm saying. Like, people had this fear, man. Once I started reading, people was in fear of what I may find out. Like, man, what are y'all nervous for, man? Because I'm reading? Wow. What are y'all afraid that I'm going to find out? Oh, I see. Because I started to find it out. I started to ask questions. That's what y'all was afraid of. That I'll start finding out some things and I'll start asking questions, and y'all won't be able to answer the questions. Because y'all failed to do the research. Y'all failed to do the knowledge. Y'all failed to read. I'm not about to confine myself when it comes to this knowledge. Never going to do that. So anything that encourages me to do that, I'm going the other way. I'm going the other way. William, what you say? An open mind is not as controllable. An intelligent man is a threat to him. Most definitely. Most definitely. And that's why a lot of times they strive to keep the mind closed because they know that they can control. They know that they can control people. See, what they say, you can't fool all the people all of the time. But if you fool the right one, then the rest will fall behind. And that's why they fool. That's why, listen, that's why they be getting these celebrities. That's why they be getting these entertainers, these influencers. See, that's why they focus on them because they know we have the herd cult-like mentality. They know that we just looking for people to follow. So they go find the influencers. They go find the people, the entertainers and the celebrities and all of that. They go find them and then they get them. So they know if they get them, then they gonna get the people that follow them. So that's why they do that. Can't fool all the people all of the time, but if you fool the right one, then the rest will fall behind. So that's why they go and get these celebrities, man. That's why they do that. I'm gonna sell this celebrity to lie. And you ain't really even got to sell the celebrity a lot. For the most part, the celebrities are programmed. Celebrities really don't be themselves, man, at the end of the day, especially when you maneuver through Hollywood. You'd have been programmed. So we're going to program this celebrity to say what we want them to say. Then everybody that follows them, because people don't think for themselves. So everybody that follows the celebrity, guess what they going to do? Guess what they going to do? They gonna rock with whatever that celebrity is talking about. Not going to ask not one question. Not going to ask not one question. That's why they want something done like getting people to get a vaccine. Let's just go get these celebrities. That's why they was doing that. Let's go get these celebrities, man. Let's go get these high profile people. Let's go put them on TV. Man, that ain't something that's supposed to be publicized. All right, man, I got a shot. Put it on TV for the world to see. Come on, man. Come on, man. Stop playing with us. Jay, you already know. They lied to us and said that, listen, they said the brain, man, 10%. They say we only use 10% of the brain. For the most part, that's true. People use less than that. But people don't understand. We can use 100% of that brain, man. We use 100% of that brain. But people, man, people probably don't even use 10%. People probably don't even use 5% of the brain, man. But we can use a full 100% of that brain, man. They don't want you to know that, though. They don't want you to know that. Amazing. What you say? I think we should just find what makes us happy. We shouldn't be worried about anything outside of that. The only religion we should have as a race is the black religion. Now, see, and I rock with that. I rock with that to a degree, Maze. I definitely can feel what you're saying. But I say a lot of times just dealing with what makes us happy can also be a problem. At some point, we also got to deal with the truth too. And a lot of times we don't deal with the truth. We don't deal with the facts and things of that nature. And I feel like a lot of times that's what causes problems as well. Just strictly going with what makes us happy. It's almost like fitness, health and fitness. I can't just tell you to eat what makes you happy. No, you might have to eat some things that you're not too fond of in order to reach a certain goal. You know, so it ain't all about what actually makes you happy. Sometimes I feel like we got to be able to say, all right, yeah, this makes me happy, it makes me feel good, but it's not necessarily true. Or at least acknowledge the fact that, yeah, this makes me happy, makes me feel good, but I don't know if this is accurate or not. But people won't admit that. People say, all right, it makes me happy, makes me feel good, and it's true. Nah, I feel like we gotta start being more honest when it comes to beliefs, because that's simply what it is, a belief. It's a belief. You believe it. Don't necessarily make it true. And then what happens is a lot of people judge people based off of these beliefs. And that's the problem that I have. So then you judge me based off of something that makes you happy and makes you feel good. Then we're going to have problems. See, a lot of people can't just deal with what makes them happy and leave people alone. If you follow a culture, if you follow a way of life, then that way of life, like you should be living out that way of life. And if you live out that way of life, you're going to look at everybody according to that way of life. So it's hard for people to just do what makes them happy without either directly or indirectly looking at others through that lens. So like if you a Christian and you trying to follow Christianity to the best of your abilities, then you're going to look at everybody through that Christian lens. So you're going to start misjudging people based off that lens. So you're going to start judging people based off of what's in your book, when that person may not even be following that book. So a lot of people don't know how to separate that. A lot of people don't know how to say, well, this is what I believe, may not be true or not, but this is what I believe. But this person may believe in something else, or they may subscribe to something else. So I'm not going to judge them according to my doctrine. A lot of people don't know and understand that. A lot of people don't know how to separate those things, man. We got to learn how to separate those things. Yeah, you doing something that makes you happy, but that don't necessarily mean that it's the truth. That don't necessarily mean that it's fact. You know? So we got to learn how to separate. We got to learn how to separate that. And that don't mean that everybody else should subscribe to it because it makes you happy. So a lot of people don't understand that distinction. Dominique, you already know, man. People just was giving me a hard time. It was crazy, man, because I'm like, man, that was way, like, listen, I had came a long way, man, when I started making the decision to engage in more read, man. I was out here, man. I was a typical mad. I mean, listen, what we call the 85%er, man. I was the typical one. The only thing that I just naturally did was stay to myself, stay isolated. So I was like naturally like a leader type, to the point where I don't really care. I never really cared to follow trends. So I always kind of did my own thing. But other than that, before I picked up the habit of reading, man, I was just a savage out here in pursuit of happiness, man. I was doing any and everything that was wicked and ignorant. Like I said, the only thing was, man, I always stayed to myself a lot and was always isolated. Didn't have any problem being isolated. And I didn't have to be amongst the crowd. Didn't necessarily care to be amongst the crowd. That was the only difference. Other than that, straight ignorant out here. So it's like, man, I'm doing something that's helping me out. And y'all trying to bring me down? Come on now. Hey, Jay, man, you gotta make it happen, man. Gotta make it happen. I ain't mad at it. Konsu, appreciate that donation. Underdrifter, man. So you say you question anybody who follows and does what a celebrity says. Well, you questioning a lot of people. You questioning a large percentage of the population. Because, man, people, man, and then on top, man, you got people that be sharing memes on Facebook like these memes are true. It just is crazy out here, man. I'm never sharing a meme. Even if it may be true, I'm never sharing a meme like this meme is straight fact. People be sharing memes out here. People be straight coming to me telling me what a meme said on Facebook. Like that's research. I was looking at this meme on Facebook and it said X, Y, and Z. what you think about it. First of all, it's a meme. Did you research further than the meme? Like your meme, the meme can't be your research, man. Yeah, Magic. Man, listen. What's crazy is people be following these celebrities without actually studying the celebrity. And that's what's crazy. That's what's crazy to me, without actually studying the celebrity, man. Listen, it's a lot of people, man, that if people saw some of these individuals, they'd be starstruck. Man, if you name the person, I'll walk right past them and not care. It's a lot of people out here, man, that will have people starstruck. I'm talking about they see them and they like can't believe that they in the same presence as the person. I'm walking right past a lot of these people and will not care. All your Beyoncés and your Drakes and all that, man, I will walk right past them and not care. I don't care. I don't need to. I want to see them. I won't get excited to see a person that bleeds just like me, man. It's a select few people that if I see them, I'm like, man, let me go chop it up with them. But man, most of these people, man, that's on the mainstream level, man, I don't care to see them, man. Listen, if they was like, oh man, Drake, I don't care, man. I don't need to see dudes. I need to see these people. I'm not about to go crazy because I saw somebody. Come on, man, quit playing with me. Quit playing with me, man. Stop playing with me. Y'all know that's the motto, man. Just stop playing with me. Hopefully y'all been using that, man. Telling people to stop playing with y'all, man. Justin, man, I know plenty of people like that. I'm talking about, I know plenty of brothers that, man, if they just engaged in the practice of reading, like, man, they could just take everything to the next level, but they really don't care to read, man. And it's like, man, just open these books. You ain't even got to open up difficult books, man. Just open up a book something that you interested in, man. Just read something. They don't be wanting to do it, man. I know a lot of brothers like that. Underdrifter, man, hey, the best way is raw. Best way is raw. So keep eating it raw. Put it in some smoothies or something, man, to take away from that bitter, the bitter taste. It's gonna be bitter though, man, but you want to get that kale raw. Speaking of that raw food book behind me, like that's the best way to get it. Best way to get all your nutrients from that kale, man. Eat that kale raw. Just same with spinach too. Because for the most part, if we cook it, we gonna overly cook it, and we gonna get rid of a lot of the nutrients. So when it comes to that kale and that spinach, man, consume it raw. It's a select few vegetables that are better prepared via cooking, but kale and spinach are not those. Jay, you already know, man. I think I seen something, man. Y'all can confirm that. Matter of fact, I can look it up right now, but I had briefly saw something, man, that said like half of the adults in the United States now got the vaccine or something. I think I seen something like that, man. Yeah, half of US adults are now fully vaccinated. Like they did a great job. The marketing department for these vaccines deserve an A+. Did a great job in spooking people out here to get the vaccine, man. So they did a great job because now you got half of US adults are now fully vaccinated. So they did a very great job. Oh, William, man, 100%. 100% agree with it. Konsu most definitely well over 10%. Boy, they got people thinking, oh, you don't use 10%. Man, come on, man. You would be surprised at what the mind can do, man, if you just focus and concentrate. Be surprised. Wisdom, peace, what's going on with you? Oh, Montel, man, no doubt, man. Hey, you got it. If you can't enjoy your own company, man, then you really legit have some problems. Like if you can't stand to be with yourself, man, we got some deeper issues that we need to uncover. Magic, man. I'm telling you, memes are research for some people. I've seen it. Static, man. Hey, I'm glad you snapped out of it too, man. Glad you snapped out of it too. Maze, there you go. You gotta keep asking that. Master 2, peace. What's going on? Jonathan, my brother, yeah. And this is actually, instead of it being the age of information, it's the age of easy access to information. Because people still ain't informed out here. People still ain't informed. It's the age of ignorance. It's the age of easy access to information and the age of ignorance. Because people more ignorant than ever out here. People more ignorant than ever. They're like, all right, man, I need an answer to something. So I'm gonna Google it real quick. And there we go. Now I researched it because it pulled up on Google. Yeah, Jonathan. I don't. Hey, honestly, the numbers might be more. To be for now, it might be more people that's fully vaccinated. You never know out here. They may be telling you it's half just to get more people to do it. But they making all these rules and regulations. I just saw the Knicks. So the Knicks was like, if the Knicks make it to the second round of playoffs, they say they only gonna sell tickets to fully vaccinated people. So they put a lot of these rules and regulations out here, man, that got people feeling like, man, you know what? I'm gonna just get the vaccine because it ain't really that serious. So they got little rules and regulations out here, man, that got people in their minds just like, you know what, I just get the vaccine, man, because I'm trying to go to this playoff game. It ain't that serious. It ain't gonna harm me like that. And I know a lot of people, man. I know a lot of people that's literally mentality, man. It's just like I just go ahead and get the vaccine, man. You know, I'm gonna just go on and get it. Like it's just a small decision. Like that decision won't have a major impact on you. I'm just gonna get the vaccine, man. I want to do this, that, and the third, and I ain't got time for this. I just get the vaccine. No backbone out here, man. We don't stand for nothing. Wisdom, we definitely in that time. Hey, introvert, they are roaming around proud. I'm fully vaccinated. I voted. Like, I don't care. Like, I want to give me a big sticker that says I don't care. IDC. I don't care. So whatever you about to tell me in regards to that type of stuff, IDC is my sticker. I don't care. Justin, very weird, man. Very weird. Jay, and that's what, man, Jay, that's what I'm talking about. They be like, it's free. Like that's how we be sounding. That's how we be sounding. That's how that is how we be sounding. Like, bro, it's free. What you not gonna get it? You mean you ain't gonna kill yourself because it's free? Go ahead, kill yourself. Go ahead, jeopardize your health because it's free. Go ahead, eat, man. Go ahead, eat this swine, man. That can kill you. It's free. What do you mean? Go ahead, jump off this cliff. It's free. Why would you not jump off the cliff for free? It's free. Like that's that is literally how we be sounding out here. It's free. So therefore, it being free makes it safe, makes it effective, makes it good because it's free. That's how we be sounding out here. Thunder, man, peace, my brother. Oh no, that Dominique, no, memes can serve their purpose, man. But I know you not one of the ones that use memes as a form of research. For me, I look at memes for entertainment, man. Memes be funny to me. And like I said, you got some memes I heard that tell the truth, but I'm not gonna be like I seen this meme and therefore this is accurate. Oh, Jonathan, no doubt, man. They're gonna try to do that. They're gonna definitely try to punish people. But right now the punishment is you're not able to engage in certain activities, um go to certain functions. Like that's the punishment right now. That's how they try to punish people for not getting the vaccine. But that's really supposed to be some private information. Like you're not supposed to know whether or not I got a vaccine or not for real. It's supposed to be private. So people really ain't supposed to know this type of stuff, man. To be honest with you, man. Like when it comes to certain events out here, man. So this is another way that they are kind of invading our privacy right here, man. Whole world finna be knowing if you vaccinated or not. So you gotta look at the bigger picture of what's happening. Oh yeah, Maze. I saw that. I saw that for sure. Chaos Rain, you say you hit me up for a show? Oh, Sharif, man, nowhere. I ain't going nowhere. I ain't going nowhere toward a vaccine, man. I just listen. If I can't go to certain functions, I just ain't gonna go to the function, man. I just ain't gonna go to the function, man. I ain't even that serious to me, man. Because again, I'm my own person, man. I made this. I told people once I knew they was gonna come out with the vaccine, and I was like, once they do, I'm not gonna get it. So I'm not gonna get, like, I don't know how many times. I don't know why people think I'm playing. Like, I'm just not gonna get it. Like, there's nothing you could do to make me get it. It's not getting it. Like, it's not happening. Like, I'm not getting it. That's not going to change. Why should it change? Why would it change? I don't care how many people around me get COVID. Like, it's not people, and that's another thing that has people in fear too. You have people they actually get sick with COVID, and then it'd be like a real bad sickness, and they start trying to instill fear. Like, man, that COVID ain't no joke, man. I had COVID, man, almost took me out. I was like, I hear you, but that's still not gonna make me get the shot. If anything, that should just make you focus on eating better and doing things like that. That's what that makes me want to do. It doesn't make me want to get a shot because I got sick real bad. Like, no, that's not what that's going to do to me. So you can keep all your horror stories. You can keep all of that. That's not a good way to try to instill fear in me. Say, man, that COVID ain't no joke. Y'all walking around acting like it's a joke. No, I'm not acting like it's not a joke. I'm not acting like it's not out here and it's not serious. But I know good and well that when you take care of yourself and supply your body with what it needs, then this stuff becomes less harmful. So that's the difference. So you can tell me, I know plenty of people that's close to me that had COVID, and it almost took some of them out. It still ain't finna make me go get a vaccine. It's not. Jonathan, wow. Wow, man. Gotta love Granny, but wow. I couldn't fool with that at all. Could not fool with that one. That statement would have not caught me off guard, but I just would have respectfully had to disagree with Granny on that one. She would have had no. I would have had to exit the conversation. Jay, that's how I be, man. Of course, yeah, they gonna find the money for the vaccines, man. They gonna find. Matter of fact, y'all done just made me think of something, man. I remember I told y'all about that U.S. debt clock. I'm on my laptop now. I can actually pull up this screen and show y'all something about this debt clock, man. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this up real quick so I can show this on the screen so y'all can see this. Chaos, no doubt. Yeah, you say, can I email to have you on my podcast show? Yes, sir. I dropped the email real quick. Comments, man. I'll drop the email for you. But no, let me share this screen for y'all real quick, man, so y'all can see this debt clock. Just see how bad all things really are out here, man. Let me go ahead and do this real quick, man. Let me share this screen, man. Let me go ahead and show y'all a little something real quick. All right, boom, y'all. We in there. We on the screen. Let me pull up this debt clock, man. Do y'all see these numbers? Do y'all see this debt? Do y'all see how fast these numbers are going up? Look at that, man. Look at it. Look at the U.S. national debt. Look how fast it's moving, man. And it moves like this on a daily basis. Do y'all really see what I'm talking about? Do y'all see why I don't take a lot of this seriously, man, when it comes to the government and all that? Just look at this debt, man. Just look at this. Look at it. Just look at it. And it's constantly going up. And anytime you get on here and you check this, it's going to be moving at this pace. It's going to be moving at this pace, man. I kid you not. Look at that. U.S. total debt, man. Look at that. Total personal debt. Like, look at what's going on here. Bank interest paid. Interest per adult. U.S. total interest paid. Bank interest received. Student loan debt. Look at all this. Per student. Just look at the credit card debt. Per holder. Look at the debt, man. This mug tell you everything. This mug tells you everything, man. I was put on this when I was in college, man. This mug tells you everything. Just look at it. And it's just constantly going up, man. Constantly going up. You born in debt, man. You born a part of this. You born in debt. Look at these numbers, man. Constantly going up. They ain't going down, like going up. The debt getting worse by the second, yo. Literally by the second. And it don't stop. If you get on here 5 hours later, these numbers gonna be higher. They're gonna be continuing to go up at this pace. Just look at it, man. Debt per taxpayer, debt per citizen. Look at that. Debt per taxpayer, $225,000. Debt per citizen. Man, just look at it, man. Just look at it, man. Look at what it says. Debt per citizen. The debt per citizen equals the U.S. national debt divided by the number of U.S. citizens. So they didn't just incorporated us in the debt per citizen. So they didn't took the U.S. national debt, divided that by the number of U.S. citizens to determine the debt per citizen. So simply because the U.S. has a national debt number, we didn't been lumped into that because we're a U.S. citizen. So now we got this debt right here because the U.S. is in debt. Come on, man. I'm telling y'all, man, this is not a joke. This is not a joke. So even when you think you're not in debt, you actually are. See, this is stuff they don't want people to know about, man, but it's right here, though. They don't want you to know about it, but it's out here. Like, come on, man. Like, stop playing with you, man. They don't want y'all to know about this joint, man. They do not want y'all to know about this. Look at this. It's median income. Do y'all hear listen, do y'all see this right quick? Median income, 35,000. Median new home, 326,000. So with this median income, how could they afford the median new home? And they wonder why we be having these problems out here. Come on, man. Just stop playing with us, man. Just stop playing with us, man. Y'all see this out here. Y'all see this out here, man. These numbers crazy, man. Just y'all see the numbers, man. This is going up. It's going up. We can't make this up. This is real time, yo. This is real time. This is some crazy. It's crazy, man. But let me get back. Let me get back, man. Let me go ahead and stop sharing this screen, man. Cause that's crazy, man. I just wanted to show and prove something to y'all real quick, man. To show y'all what's going on, man. You literally born in debt according to their system. Yeah, man, that's what I'm saying. That right there shows and proves that. That's why it's all a joke, because literally they got that type of stuff out here, man. How am I $85,000 in debt just because I'm a U.S. citizen? Like, come on, man, stop playing with you. That's a joke, man. That's a joke. That is a joke, man. That is literally a joke. Nothing should go up that fast, man. Nothing should be moving at that rate of speed. I mean, come on, man. That's moving at the speed of light. So that's just letting you know how much of a joke it really is for something to be moving that fast all the time. Come on, man. Like, come on, man. They need to stop playing with us. Yeah, John, they want us to pay back our loans, want us to pay off our debt, but look at that. Oh, Brand, yeah, homeless people definitely have debt. It might be the reason why they're homeless. Hey, take in though. I definitely wish my numbers went up like that. That's crazy. Man, hey, Underdrifter, man, I forgot the lady that I was watching. Man, I forgot. This black lady I was watching, man, she was talking about how we don't need to be paying income tax and how the amendment wasn't ratified for us to be paying income tax. And she wasn't paying her income tax for the longest, but she ended up getting locked up for it. But I was watching her back in the day. So it's real in the field out here, man. It's a lot of things that we believe that we have to do that we actually don't have to do. Like, they got us, man. They got us in a lot of different ways. All we literally got to do is just stand up for ourselves, man. It's right there in listen, they wrote these amendments in a way that we can like overthrow this system if we just literally came together and understood the amendments, man. It's right there. It's like giving us permission to do it. Giving us permission to do it. If we want things to change, it's literally telling us that we had the power to change it. Like all we literally got to do is just do it. But for the most part, we don't do that. We don't do it. Hey, Akuma, man, we all need to be freed out here, man. Like I say, free people, man. It's crazy. It's crazy out here. Jonathan, 100% we gonna go cashless. That's why I left banking. That's one of the things that they told me. I was in on a meeting with the managers one time, and they told us, they was like, listen, man, they already was working on it where I was at. They was like probably about a good 3 to 5 years. Like, listen, we ain't gonna have any of these branches any of the traditional branches anymore. We're gonna have the cashless branches, and they only gonna need one person to operate them. So all these banks with 5 or 6 employees, like that's gonna be down to 1. So a lot of people gonna lose jobs. That's why I say, man, things gonna get more real in the field. So you better live out your purpose right now, because sooner or later, man, everything is going to, like, a lot of jobs are going to be eliminated. And y'all already know this because of automation, you know what I'm saying, and technology and things like that, man. So you might as well just get ahead of that. You might as well get ahead of that. If you are in an industry where automation will make the job easier, you will be replaced here soon. That's happening. They gonna replace you with no problem. They ain't gonna ask no question. They say, "Oh, we got this robot that makes this job a lot more easier, a lot more efficient. All right, we gonna get the robot." Yep, get the insert robot, remove, lay off everybody, get rid of them, fire them. Y'all think they gonna think twice about letting y'all go in favor of robots? Incorrect. Y'all, we know better than to think that. We know better. Jamar, hey, in tune. Terenzo, we already know. We already know. And it really don't exist. It really don't exist now. But we know what's going on. We know what's up out here. Underdrifter. I wholeheartedly believe that. And Tay, you already know, man. Yeah, they ain't got to get on robots no raises. They ain't got to worry about that. They ain't got to promote the robot. The robot ain't got to go from bank teller to personal banker to manager. They ain't worried about that. Also, no, definitely. Let's go ahead and put these robots in play here. We ain't gonna get no pushback from the robot. So that's what we gonna deal with. We gonna deal with these robots. So we know what it is, man. That's why I say, man, you got to get ahead of that. So I left that industry quick. I say, you know what? Nope, because we gonna be the first to go. So I ain't trying to be the first to go. After I done invested all these years into this corporation, y'all ain't about to just get rid of me and dump me for a robot. That ain't happening. So I said, you know what? I'm going ahead and leave. Do y'all a favor. Y'all ain't got to worry about getting rid of me. I get rid of myself. And that's essentially what I did. Because a lot of people about to be well invested into these companies, and there you go. They're gonna wake up one day and they're gonna be like, you know what? We gotta get rid of you. We downsize into robots. And like I said, that's coming soon, man. This ain't no conspiracy. Everybody know this happening. Everybody know this is coming. It's a reality, man. But y'all, man, hey, with that being said, man, this is a powerful bill, man. It's very powerful bill, man. I appreciate all of y'all for taking time to tap in with me, man. I feel like I got some things off my chest. It's all good. I got some other things to talk about, but I'm gonna say that for some other streams, man. So I appreciate y'all taking the time out on y'all Saturday, man. Listen to what I got to say, and then add, you know what I'm saying, add your input. It's always peace when y'all add the input. But I'm gonna tap out for the day. I may or may not tune in to y'all tomorrow. If not tomorrow, man, y'all may definitely see me on Monday. So y'all enjoy the rest of this Saturday, man, and try to enjoy y'all Sunday as well. I'm out. Y'all stay peaceful out here, man. Peace.